Good afternoon, and welcome to another exciting edition of Inside ProCents. Today, we are featuring lighting resources and Mr. Ron Hughes. Ron, I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule to be with us today.
Yeah. Well, thank you for noticing that. But no, ProCents, we love to be involved and want to support this in any way, shape, or form. So let's do this.
Well, man, I greatly appreciate it. And for those that are watching, Ron is and lighting resources are new to ProCents. I've known Ron for a couple of years, but they have recently come in, and I'm gonna let Ron tell a little bit about what lighting resources is, because you hear it and you're like, I like the sound of it, but once you hear what he actually does, you're really gonna like the sound of it, because this is what people don't talk about, but this is really what makes the impact when you're trying to get a certificate for completion and some other stuff. I think Ron's gonna hit on. But Ron is our recycling partner, and they got a variety of locations. But I don't want to steal the thunder from Ron, because I want people to look at Ron because he's such a handsome guy. So Ron, give us some insight on lighting resources. How long y'all been in business? Where y'all located? And everything that you kind of do in a nutshell. And you've got the floor, so don't feel rushed.
All right. You got it. Well, thank you, Matt. I really appreciate that and appreciate the kind words there. My girlfriend will appreciate that as well. I will tell you that lighting research, and actually, Matt, we have known each other since 2015, so almost 10 years now.
Yeah,
So just shy of that, but so it's been a great partnership and friendship along the way.
absolutely.
Um, in terms of lighting resources, what we do, how we do it, all that stuff. We've been in business for over 30 years. We were actually established in 1989. And that's when the regulations, they knew they were starting to hit in terms of lamp recycling, getting the mercury out of the environment. So that was really the focus, was to remove mercury from the environment and manage these mercury bearing lamps properly. So that's how we got started. And individual that started it was in the lighting industry himself, and made the switch because he had the foresight to see this coming. So it was a very new and innovative. And next thing you know, it's been saving the world one light bulb at a time. So we're very excited about that. Um, we started off with 4 locations in the United States, and then we've expanded since then. We're located in Ontario, California, uh, Phoenix, Arizona, Fort Worth, Texas, Ocala, Florida, Johnson City, Tennessee, Greenwood, Indiana. We have a fulfillment center for our mailback program in Indiana as well, in Franklin, Indiana. And then also a couple of transfer facilities where we bring in the material and move it out to the processing areas in Atlanta, Kennesaw, Georgia, and also Lewisburg, Tennessee, which is near Nashville. So
Nice.
that's where we've got our location set up. There's a lot happening there. We've just now been in an acquisition merger situation. So our footprint is actually going to expand. We're going to be in Wisconsin, just right outside of Milwaukee, and also in uh, Blaine, Minnesota, which is just outside of Minneapolis.
Okay.
So as that this involvement evolves, we're gonna bring them in. We're gonna dice up the country even further to support all of those retrofitters out there that are changing out those lamps and putting in the LEDs.
Absolutely. Well, that's one thing that's heck, I was even out and about today on a walking through a job site, and I was still seeing T12 lamps. Um, and I think those have been almost extinct now for, as long as we've known each other, if not longer, with the, institution of the T8s and obviously T5s and LEDs. So it's been amazing to see those, and knowing what's driving that, whether it be electronic or magnetic valves, most likely because of the hum, and seeing the HIDs. I know you're going to stay busy for a long time, and it's nice to hear that you're getting new locations in Wisconsin and Minnesota. I know some friends of ours are going to be greatly appreciative of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I will tell you that there's a lot of evolution, and LED is not necessarily the big bad storm that's going to wipe us out. It is chewing up the fluorescent tubes and the HIDs out there that are in place, but there are coming out. You know, when you're in the lighting industry, and even though we're an environmental management company, we're very ingrained into the lighting industry itself, and that group. I find myself looking up at the ceiling all the time in
Yeah.
every establishment I go into commercially. So I have seen some T12s in the ceilings, and I'm like, boy, that's an opportunity for all of us. So that is encouraging, to say the least. But I think there's going to still be opportunity for mercury bearing lamp recycling. Even when I'm done with all this, I think that we're still going to see it. We still see PCB ballast to this day, unfortunately, and that those have to be managed properly as well. So
Yeah.
it's one of the items that we do help with.
Well, and another thing I'd like for you to hit on is, I got the privilege, I think it was 2019, early 2020, or maybe 2019. I got to visit your facility in Ocala, with one of the most amazing men I've met outside of you is Mr. Buff. And so I'll shout out to him. But I saw there that you're recycling batteries. You're also helping take in exit signs. So talk to me about what that looks like and how people can get involved with you on that aspect as well, because that's another aspect of your business.
Absolutely. So lighting resources, we're just not primarily focused on lighting, but we also manage other universal wastes, which includes batteries. We do manage every chemistry type. We're one of the largest movers of batteries in the United States. We probably manage close to 8 to 10 million pounds of batteries a year. And so we know that the alkalines are out there, very, very prevalent, but we also see the lithium chemistries, lithium ion and lithium primary, or lithium metal. Um, excuse me. We manage those programs. We've got uh, the battery backup that you would find in a red ballast.
Mhm.
Those the types of batteries we do manage as well. So emergency lighting, etc. One of the other things that Matt just mentioned was tritium exit signs, the radioactive ones. We have a mailback program for those, as well as smoke detectors. Smoke detectors do contain a small piece of radioactive material called americium-241. And when we have those, we have to manage those properly to the end of life. So we do help with that. We are also a recycler of electronics. We do manage solar panels, as well as automotive devices, emergency devices, restraints, safety devices, automotive airbags and seatbelt pretensioners, as well as brand protection for auto parts themselves, and making sure
Okay.
we go shredded down. But lighting ballasts, again, is another one. And mercury containing devices, like thermostats, thermometers, those types of items that do contain mercury. We help manage those, and we have good programs in place, whether it's small quantities or large bulk quantities.
That's nice. So for those that are out there watching this and you're like going, well, I wasn't really interested in lighting, but I go through a lot of batteries, or, there's a guy next to me that owns a junkyard, and, I can help him recycle those airbags so they don't wind up in my couch cushions, recreate some movie scenes. And then, you know,
Yeah.
Ron and his team are a great resource to go to. And that's why they are lighting resources. I think it should be lighting plus resources, because y'all do so many different things. Um, so I greatly appreciate everything that you and your team are doing. Um, as we get ready to close this out, I want to ask, what's the best way that people can reach out to lighting resources? Is it a website? Is it to you, or is it really based by geographical area? Because I know you cover the entire country.
We do. We actually have a website. And I will say this, because of the merger acquisition, we're in a little bit of an identity crisis, but Lighting Resources is going to sustain. We're going to be fine. The company that has purchased into us is called Recycling Technologies.
Okay.
And that's a great name as well. But at the end of the day, we do have websites. The website is www.lightingresourcesinc.com. You hit that, or www.easyonetheearth ron.com, because we are easy on the earth as well. And we have that program. So you can find us on the web for either way that you want to get in contact. We do have a support link as well. That goes through our IT department. Then they distribute that accordingly to the appropriate branch that where you may be geographically located.
Okay.
But I can always be reached at ron.hughes at lightingresourcesinc.com for an inquiry, and then I can pass that along to either our national accounts group if it crosses our branch lines, or directly to one of our branches that manage that particular location in the United States.
That's awesome. Well, Ron, I greatly appreciate you, like I said, taking time out of your extremely busy day. And as we conclude today's Inside ProCents with Lighting Resources and the great Ron Hughes, we are proud to have Ron Hughes and the Lighting Resources family be a part of the ProCents family, and we look forward to having them help you in your future endeavors of making the earth a little bit greener by recycling your electronic and e-waste. So thank you so much, Ron.
Absolutely, Matt. We really appreciate it, and we're proud to be a part of the ProSense family.
Absolutely. And just the last bit of this, as we always do with our ProSense culture, to do it right, we believe that we're here at ProSense that a clear, consistent, and transparent communication practices resolve 99% of all issues and challenges that occur for both our buyers and sellers. So we like to say, have a same day response, be clear and consistent communications with everything that you're doing. Always turn inwards and look towards your family members within ProCents to get your best sources of solutions, and always do what you say you're going to do. And please visit us at ProCents.com, www.ProCents.com. Reach out to myself or our leadership team, J.R. Edens or Devin Anderson. You can reach me at matt@ProCents.com, Devin at ProCents.com, or JR at ProCents.com. Again, thank you so much, and signing off for another great rendition of Inside ProCents with Mr. Ron Hughes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matt.